Pizza Packs here, and we are starting our latest series, which is Strixhaven. Got a case of set boosters here. These are Japanese printing, so they will be reversed from standard. The date code on this is 2102791. So, for anyone interested in those. So I believe these will have the rares at the front, since they are from Japan. This is, of course, a Japanese printing of English language. So, as with our prior videos, we will enumerate our boxes. So, we have box number 1. We will open today. Box 2. Box 3. Take out box 1 since we are doing that today. These are the older style set booster boxes that are for display, or retail displays, basically. They later switch to the more classic design booster boxes, which are also technically retail displays, but they're about half the size of these double size displays. They're the lay flat displays instead of the standing displays. All right, now that we've got that done, we'll grab our sorting tray and switch over to our document camera. Yeah. Alright, document camera is positioned a little odd, apparently. Okay, so we've got Strixhaven School of Mages booster box, or set booster box number 1. Let's get started. I believe, like with Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, we will be able to just use the pre-divided rows. We got our spacer, and we've got our pre-divided rows. Nice. So we've got 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30 already set out for us. And this does have a double stand in it, so we should be able to tuck this in as though it were a retail display. Yep, nice. All right, put this over here. And now let's get cracking. Okay, hold on. Seems like our camera got bumped at some point. And it's still in a little too much. Let's see. Reset our zoom. Yep, okay. I guess that's just the way it's going to look. Alright, so booster pack number 1. We have a fractal token. Plurg, Dean of Chaos. Mountain. Our first lesson, which is Containment Breach. Oh, so this actually does have the commons and uncommons in the back. This is apparently a black-green themed set booster. So we got our commons and uncommons. And our first rare is Flame Scroll Celebrant. So that is 150. Flame Scroll Celebrant, which is Revel in Silence on the back. Then we have Beladros Witherbloom. So it would be the Witherbloom theme for this pack, which apparently is repeated in here. So we have a double rare pack. It's 163. That is our first Beladros Witherbloom. Then we have our first oh, why can't I remember the name of this? It's not the Mystical Archive. The first Mystical Archive is Claim the Firstborn. Then we have Foil Illustrious Historian. Right, we're going to try and go a little faster now. Pack 2. We have a treasure token. Then Kashmina Enigma Sage. Okay. Almost wonder if that's a reprint from War of the Spark. We have Introduction to Prophecy for our lesson. We have our commons and uncommons. Looks like another Witherbloom themed pack. And Conspiracy Theorist. Wait. Did we have a flip rare in there? Does not appear that we did. Okay, so Conspiracy Theorist, 94. That is our first Conspiracy Theorist. We have Village Rites from the Mystical... That is the wrong thing. We have Village Rites from the Mystical Archives. And a foil Lorehold Pledge Mage. Nice. Pack 3. Apologies if I'm a little off in this video. It is currently 4 o'clock in the morning. I cannot sleep for some reason. We have a Spirit token, 3/2 Spirit with Steady Up on the back. And we have Extus Auric Overlord. Chase Stone. Okay, Foil Forest. Spirit Summoning for our lesson. Our commons and uncommons. And we have Lorehold Command. It's our first command. And we have Mystical Archives, Urza's Rage. Okay, very nice. Then we have a foil Tangled Trap. Alright, on to... This is pack 4? Pack 4. As with most boxes, the first one is far slower than the others. Inkling. Then we have Go Blank. Really cool art on Go Blank. Island Elemental Summoning for our lesson. Commons and uncommons. And we have Dragon's Guard Elite. 127. This is our first Dragon's Guard Elite. We have Adventurous Impulse from the Mystical Archive. And a foil Lorehold Excavation. Alright, pack 5. Okay. We have a pest token. And cultivate from the Mystical Archive, a foil planes. Necrotic fumes for our lesson. And our commons and uncommons. This one appears to be a Prismari theme. And we have Dramatic Finale, 180. This is our first Dramatic Finale. And a Whirlwind Denial from the Mystical Archives. And Cogwork Archivist for our foil. Alright, pack 6. We have an ad card for Arena. Island for our art card. Very nice. Planes, Environmental Sciences for our lesson. And our commons and uncommons. And Vine Glimmer Snarl. This is our first Vine Glimmer Snarl. And Infuriate from the Mystical Archives. And a foil Academic Dispute. Alright, pack 7. I have the 4/4 Elemental for Magma Opus and a few other things. With Quantrix Math Whizzes. So that's just cool. On the back. Then we have Gazeth Prismari for our art card. One of the dragons. Mountain, Introduction to Annihilation. Our commons and uncommons. We have Venerable Warsinger. 246. This is our first Venerable. 246. Venerable Warsinger. We have Regrowth from the Mystical Archives. Very nice. Not really playable much of anywhere, but nice. Then a foil, Teach by Example. Alright. We have pack 8. And this appears to have something from the list instead of a token. We have Augusta, Dean of Order for our art card, and this one's stamped. Very nice. Foil Swamp. Oop. Pest Summoning for our lesson. Our commons and uncommons. We have Valentin, Dean of the Vein, which is also Lizette, Dean of the Root, as 161. This is our first Valentin. We have Gnarled Professor, 133. That is our first Gnarled Professor. And a Cultivate from the Mystic Archive. Fortifying Draught for our foil, and a Fractured Power Stone. Oddly enough, far less valuable than it used to be, considering it just got a major reprint in the March of the Machine Commander decks. All right. That is from the wrong stack. Pack 9. I must have opened pack 11 early. We have another hit from the list. Professor of Symbology for our art card. Swamp. Mercurial Transformation for our lesson. And our commons and uncommons. We have Hall of Oracles, 267. The first Hall of Oracles. And Agonizing Remorse, the really cool art. A Foil Archway Commons. And a Nephalia Academy. Nephalia Academy from the list. Okay. Alright, pack 10. Alright, we have a treasure token with Study Up on the back. Shadowwing Laureate. That's really cool art. For our card, Forest, Introduction to Prophecy for our lesson. Our commons and uncommons. A nice fracture. We have Uvilda, Dean of Perfection, and Nasari, Dean of Expression. It's 160. That is our first Uvilda. Then we have Dream Strix, 42. That's our first Dream Strix. We have a Mystical Archive Shock and a foil Blood Age General. Very nice. Alright, pack 11. We started to open earlier. We have Elemental Token with Lorehold Rock Jocks on the back. Negate for our art card. Forest Expanded Anatomy for our lesson. And our commons and uncommons. And Semester's End, 27. That is our first Semester's End. We have Tezzeret's Gambit from the Mystical Archives. Thrilling discovery for our foil. Yeah. Alright, pack 12. A Spirit Token with Quandrix on the back. Defiant Strike for our art card. Very cool art on that one. Swamp Containment Breach for our lesson. Our commons and uncommons. Go blank, nice. We have Fervent Mastery, 101. This is our first Fervent Mastery. Another Shock. And Stormkiln Artist for our foil. Alright, Lucky 13. I think. Yes, Lucky 13. Alright, another Arena ad card. Bellageros Winterbloom. Very cool. Plains Confront the Past, our first rare lesson. Let's see, 67, that is our first Confront the Past. I have our commons and uncommons. Nice. Test of Talents. We have Auric Lore Mage, 80. That is our first Auric lore mage. Faithless looting with very strange art. And a foil lorehold campus. Very nice. Alright, 14. We have a pest token. And Prismari campus for our art card. Very nice. Forest. Spirit summoning for our lesson. Yep. Commons and uncommons. We have Blade Historian. 165. That is our first Blade Historian. We have Eliminate. Okay, from the Mystical Archives. And Serpentine Coil Foil. Very nice. Alright, pack 15. We're at the halfway mark. Unfortunately, 6 minutes behind normal pace. But it's all good. Treasure token. Embraham, Dean of Theory. Very cool. Foil Mountain. Teachings of the Archaics. Let's see, 57. That's our first teaching of the Archaics. Still no expressive iteration. Let's see, 146. It's our first Verdant Mastery. And then Memory Lapse. So good it was banned from Historic. And then a Beaming Defiance for our foil. Alright, pack 16. We have Spirit Token. What is the list on the back? Grape Shot for our card. Island. Fractal Summoning for our lesson. Okay. Commons and uncommons. We have a Wandering Archaic. Let's see, 6. The backside of which is Explore the Vastlands. Very nice. We have Tempted by the Auric. Let's see, that is 58. That's our first Tempted by the Auric. A Demonic Tutor. Very nice. Let's sleeve that up, because I know that's worth a couple of pennies. We have a Foil Pest Summoning. Very nice. We're going to put that with our lessons. Alright, 17. Have an Elemental Token. Nice. We have Echoing Equation. Mountain. Introduction to Annihilation. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Our commons and uncommons. Unfortunately, most of these don't see play anymore. Then we have Demogoth Titan. Okay, that is 174. And Revitalize. Very nice. And Prismari Apprentice. Foil. Alright, pack 18. Looks like this one has a hit from the list. We have Rutha, Mercurial Artist. Nice. Swamp. Mercurial transformation for our lesson. We have our commons and uncommons. And starting things off, we have Frostboil Snarl, 265. This is our first Frostboil Snarl. We have God's Willing. Very nice art there. Divide by Zero, which actually got banned in Standard. It was a little too good. We have Blightsicle from the list. All right, pack 19. Have Magic Minigame, Strictly Better. Professor of Zoomancy. It's a bear. Island, Environmental Sciences for our lesson. And our commons and uncommons. Hey, our first expressive iteration. Pull that off to the side. And a Grinning Ignis. Very nice. Pull that too. We have Ifrit Flame Painter. Let's see. It is 98. That's our first Ifrit Flame Painter. And good old Stone Rain, which has not been printed in Standard in quite some time. The Foil Vortex Runner. All right, pack 20. We have something from the list. An Auric Lore Mage, again. Forest. Introduction to Prophecy for our lesson. Commons and uncommons. We have Harness Infinity. Let's see, 191. This is our first Harness Infinity. And a Negate. Very nice. And then Foil Biblioplex. Biblioplex Assistant. The Necrotic Sliver. There we go. It's from Planar Chaos originally. Alright, pack 21. Another hit from the list. Thrill of Possibility for our art card. Planes. Inkling Summoning for our lesson. Commons and uncommons. Oh, good old Reject. Velomachus Lorehold. Borderless. Very nice. Let's see. Velomachus Lorehold. That is our first. Then we have Accomplished Alchemist. 119. That is our first Accomplished Alchemist. Thrill of Possibility. Oddly enough, we got the art card for that. Very nice. Then we have Scurrid Colony for our foil. And Coveted Peacock from the Conspiracy 2 Take the Crown set. All right. 22. 2. We have an arena art or an arena ad card, not an arena art card. Agonizing Remorse for our art card. swamp. Start from scratch for our lesson. Then we have our commons and uncommons. We have Shiley, Dean of Radiance, which is also Ambrose, Dean of Shadow. Let's see. 158 is our first Shiley. We have Brainstorm. Very nice Brainstorm. And Witherbloom Pledge Mage for our foil. All right, pack 23. Have another hit from the list. We have Dina, Soul Steeper. I just adore her art. Mountain, Pest Summoning for our lesson. Our commons and uncommons. Solve the equation. We'll pull that. We have Cayenne, Dean of Substance, which is also Imbraham, Dean of Theory. It's 152. It's our first Cayenne. Then we have Silverquill Command, 232. This is our first Silverquill Command. We have Divine Gambit from the archives, and then a Foil Shock, also from the archives, and Vanguard of Brimaz. This is a very interesting pack. The foils from the archives are a little unusual, so I'm just going to sleeve them. All right, this should be pack 24. Yeah, pack 24. We have a Spirit Token. There's also What is the List? We have Emergent Sequence for our art card. Very nice. Planes. Elemental Summoning for our lesson. Then our commons and uncommons. And we have Strixhaven Stadium, 259. That is our first Strixhaven Stadium. Then we have a Dark Ritual. Very nice. And Archmage Emeritus, 37. This is our first Archmage Emeritus. Also our first foil rare. All right, pack 25. Halfway through our last stack. Fractal Token. Secret Lair Ad. Time Warp. From the archive. Very nice. Swamp. Expanded Anatomy for our lesson. Our commons and uncommons. And we have Culling Ritual, 172. There it is. That is our first Culling Ritual. And a Primal Command. Very nice. And a Crux of Fate. Double Mythic pack. On our Mystical Archives. Very nice. Crux of Fate coming from Fate Reforged, if I remember correctly. All right, pack 27. 26. This is 26. Jeez. My brain. Yeah, I need I need to get to sleep, but insomnia is a mess. Novice Dissector. Okay. Forest. Reduced to memory. Okay. Our commons and uncommons. And we have a borderless planeswalker, Rowan, Scholar of Sparks. Let's see, 278. That is the borderless version, not the regular one. Regular Rowan, Scholar of Sparks, is 156. As our first Rowan. And on her brother, on the back is her brother, Will, Scholar of Frost. Very nice. Then we have Callous Blood Mage. See, 66 is our first Callous Blood Mage. Then we have Strategic Planning. Okay. And Putrefy, also foil. That is our third foil Mystical Archive. Very nice. Putrefy originally in Ravnica City of Guilds. Now actual pack 27. We have a pest token. Totally lost on the back. Then we have Frostboil Snarl for our art card. Mountain, Introduction to Annihilation for our lesson. Our commons and uncommons. We'll divide by 0, which got banned in standard. Alright. We have Radiant Scroll Wielder. 221. This is our first Radiant Scroll Wielder. We have Sign in Blood. Very nice. A foil Arrogant Poet. Alright, pack 28. Have a hit off the list. Revitalize for our art card. Island. Inkling Summoning. Our commons and uncommons. First day of class. Very nice. That it's used in Pauper for the Hogwarts combo deck. We have Fury Calm Snarl. 266. It's our first Fury Calm Snarl. We have Duress. Very nice. We have a foil Tend the Pests. And then Odds and Ends. Originally from Dissension. Alright, pack 29. We have a Spirit Token. With Silver Quill Debate Duelists on the back. We have Prismari Command for our art card. Swamp Fractal Summoning for our lesson. Our commons and uncommons. And a Baleful Mastery. This is our first Baleful Mastery. Really wish that was in standard right now. Well, no I don't. The Defiant Strike and a foil Brackish Strutch. Black would be, mono black would be even more obnoxious if that were in standard right now. And pack 30. And arena ad card. Mila, crafty companion. Oh, it's a fox. Planes, academic probation. 007. This is our first academic probation. We have Witherbloom, pledge, it's our commons and uncommons. Jeez. I'm not going to sit here and read all of our commons and uncommons. Eye Twitch, which was really big in standard. Then we have Double Major. Let's see. It's 179 is our first Double Major. That was me in college. We have an Opt and a Foil Negate. Ooh, that looks nice. All right. Well, thank you for joining me on this adventure in the wizarding world of Magic the Gathering of Strixhaven. We don't talk about that other intellectual property that uses the wizarding world, because yeah, we don't stand turfs here. But as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. This is the best way to help the channel in a non-monetary fashion. If you want to help the channel in a monetary fashion, we do have a Patreon. It is linked in our About page. Gives you some access to some pretty cool stuff, like our Discord and a whole bunch of other things. So if that's something that interests you, cool. If not, that's cool too. And yeah, until next time, stay awesome, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.